Today we're going to be using the art form of printmaking. We have already made our printing plate, and today we get to finally pull some prints, which are basically just copies. Now the beauty of printmaking is that with another art form like drawing or painting, if you make a painting, that painting is the original. That's it. But the beauty of printmaking is that you get to make multiples. So if your first one doesn't turn out great, that's okay. We get to make a bunch. So don't throw away your styrofoam printing plate. We're going to save this so we can do this multiple times. Your setup will look something like this today. You will have a tray that will have ink here. You will tape your printing plate to this side. That way we don't have ink going all over the table. And then you will also have a little caddy today that has lots of papers that hopefully will stay clean, a roll of tape, some ink, and also some pencils for writing your name on those papers. So we're going to go ahead and get our workspace set up. You will select your first piece of paper and make sure your name, class code, and the table color are all written on the back of your paper in pencil. Make sure to keep that paper in a clean, safe spot until you're ready to print. Next, tear a piece of tape and create a tape ring so the sticky side is out. Place that on the back of your printing plate and then stick your printing plate on the left-hand side of your printing tray. When you're ready for ink, be sure to squeeze while the tube is very close, almost touching the tray. When you need the ink to stop coming out, kind of drag it along the tray to make it stop. Aim for about the size of a quarter when squeezing it out. Remember, you can always add more if you don't squeeze enough, but it's pretty hard to suck it back in the tube if you squirt out way too much. Next, roll the ink top to bottom and side to side inside the rectangle to get an even layer of ink on your brayer. Roll it onto your printing plate and roll it back into the ink as many times as you need to pick up even more ink to cover your printing plate with a solid, even layer. Be sure to get all of your corners and edges. When you're done, leave the handle on the edge of the tray so that your partner has a clean handle to grab. Slide your hand under your printing plate so you can loosen the tape and then pop it up. The tape ring can act as a handle to help you lower it onto your paper. Be sure you don't see your name and then try to lower your paper down as straight and neatly as you can. If it goes on a little crooked, it's okay. Once it's down, do not pick it back up and try to reposition it. That'll just make it worse. Once your printing plate is stuck down to your paper, flip them both over so you can see the paper side and give it a really good smoothing back massage. Be sure to feel for all of your edges and also corners. Be sure before you pull the paper off to kind of peek at the corners to make sure you don't see any areas that might need to be rubbed a little bit better before pulling it off. Once you think it looks good, pull it off and reveal the magic. As soon as you pull a print, take it to the drying rack because a lot of times kids leave them sitting on the table and they accidentally get damaged by other people because there's so many things going on the table. Once you drop off your first print, come back to your table and repeat all of those steps. Grab a new paper, write your name. Retape your printing plate down. Don't use your hand to press it down. Use a brayer to help push it into place. Each time someone prints, you're probably going to need to put more ink on your tray. And be sure to roll it flat before applying it to your plate. Remember that each time you pull a print, take it directly to the drying rack so it does not get damaged. Keep an eye on your time. If you only see a minute or two left and you just finished a print, don't start a new one. That would be a good stopping point. If you hear the timer beep and you're in the middle of rolling out your ink, try to finish up that print and then get cleaning. All paper prints should be on the drying rack. All styrofoam printing plates go to the bucket of water on the big metal sink, and then come back to your table, close up the ink, throw away any tape scraps, and put everything as neatly as possible back into the buckets. If you're the art assistant, I will ask you to bring me things once everybody is sitting.